Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So nice to have you here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about manifestation, energy, reflections, conscious creation, these type of things. And I think the first thing that just really wants to be said is don't judge your current reality. Like your current reality is a reflection of your past, energetic states, of your past levels of frequency and vibration. What you want to use as a guidepost is how you're feeling in your body right now, because that's the reflection you're going to start getting, and it will happen really quick in the more subtle ways. Like it happens in the now moment in the terms of synchronicity, feeling more connected, feeling a lot more non-physical support. You just feel that energetic flow. And you have a light about you, a glow about you. And so your now moment is going to reflect to you in a very positive way your inner vibration when you are in the flow state. But I think the mistake a lot of creators make is that they look too quickly for the more concrete and structured results, of like people watching their videos or buying their books or their art or subscribing to their whatever thing. People think like, okay, I'm in a high vibration now and I've been creating, that should be happening immediately. And it's a mistake because of what I just said. It's like if you just spent, however long in a healing crisis in a really dark place, that's what's going to be reflected to you in your in like the more dense things that take longer. It's like building a business. If you're trying to build some kind of a business rooted in spirituality, that takes a lot of time. And so it's beautiful, like if you start getting in the flow and you're creating and you're sharing and you're feeling really good, that's going to create a lot of amazing things in your life in the moment. But I would say don't get discouraged if you're not seeing a lot of results in the growth of like the business per se, or the YouTube channel or the Instagram or wherever you're channeling your energy to, or your blog, etc., or the music, whatever it is for you. And I would say this is where a lot of people kind of give up. They say, I was doing it, I was giving my gifts, I was feeling really good, but nothing happened. And it's like, yeah, nothing happened because we still are in a dense three-dimensional physical reality. And even though things, it seems, probably are happening faster and faster with how the collective's energy is changing and where it's moving to, it still takes time. So what you have to do is you have to keep going. It's like keep sharing your gifts, keep giving your energy to the things that you love doing, that bring you joy, that inspire you, that you're passionate about. And first of all, we want to be doing these just for the sake of doing them, because that's really the juiciest reward of all. It's like, just feeling connected to your light, to the light, to your higher self, feeling that you are a conduit for something greater to channel through, to channel its love and its beauty and its inspiration through you. It's like you're giving so much to the one, and there is this universal law: what you give, you receive. So it will come back to you. It's just a matter of being patient. But what so many people do is they're doing the thing, they're connected, but they're not seeing the results that they expected or had anticipated. And then they kind of they give up, and it's unfortunate, because it's like if you just keep going, the results will come back to you eventually. And because they're not coming back to you immediately, some people, like I say, they disconnect from all of that and they get discouraged. They see the lack of results and they get down on themselves. They listen to their inner critic. And the lack of results a lot of times are a gift, because they're gonna trigger up your unworthiness wounds. They're gonna trigger up the one who doesn't feel good enough, right? And so there's an intelligence to this, and it's like a gift, because now you get to turn towards that one and embrace it. And just pour so much love into it. And so that's the other movement of sharing and not getting the results you want, is you're able to heal so much stuff on a deep level. And then what happens is you don't even need the results anymore, right? Because you're so healed in those areas. You love yourself so much. You've literally loved those areas that need results, need validation, need success. You've loved them to death. And so you're free of that need, of that expectation. You're just giving without expectation, without trying to seek some sort of result. And of course, that's when it will happen, right when you don't need it anymore. So that's this dance, guys. That's this movement of conscious creation. So if you really want to create something, a new way of being, a new life, if you want to create abundance in whatever form, like there's all these different forms of abundance, right? Stay the course, keep going, and trust. And this is also where trust and this foundation of faith is cultivated and birthed. It's birthed in the moments where you pour your heart out on a video or a writing or a painting or the music or a cookbook or whatever, and there's no response. It's just silent. That's where faith and trust in the divine is cultivated. That's where you trust your inner state, and you know that this reality, like I've said before, is a game of reality. This reality is a game of energy and frequency and vibration. That's when you trust it. If you just keep giving and you just keep embodying this light, that eventually, in the very concrete ways, like the denser ways of like building a business, the more 3D stuff that takes time, eventually those things will reflect to you. And another thing is, like I said, like take heed and notice that as you're in the flow state and you're creating, like the universe is reflecting to you in real time as well. And that the reflection just keeps getting brighter and brighter in a sense, more and more abundant, more and more loving, because you just start embodying more and more light. And so, yeah, I just wanted to make this to encourage you guys to keep going, because I've just been down this road so many times, and I know how it can be to give everything and to feel no response. And I feel like a lot of you who are subscribed to this channel are either in the beginning stages of this, of like birthing a new life, allowing the divine to birth a new life through you. It's like you're all creating new earth when you're allowing your heart and your passions to sing through you in whatever song they sing. It doesn't have to be literally singing, you know? You get what I'm saying? It's like a lot of you are, almost, I would say all of you are here to birth new earth. And you're doing that. And if you're not at that point yet, I feel like you're going to be asked to soon. It's like for a while we have to do a lot of deep healing, releasing of subconscious blocks. And so I know a lot of you are probably in the earlier stages of this process, and I just want to say it's so important you trust. Feel the feelings that come up. Feel the trigger the triggers that arise as you share. Feel that disappointment. Feel the hurt. Feel the devastation, the anguish, the agony. That's so part of this path. You have to be willing to feel. Like if you want to manifest and create a new life for yourself, it's like the primary thing you have to be willing to do is to feel disappointment. If you're not willing to feel disappointment, you'll never feel joy. It's so simple. I'm so flooded in chills when I say that. I've been flooded this whole video, but I really had to remark on that one. It was really powerful. So this is it. Know when you're feeling disappointment, you're on the way. You're on the path. That's another breadcrumb. Beautiful. You know, celebrate it. Celebrate those feelings as they come up, because that means you're doing this divine work. That means you're on your way, you know. And you know, I know it's hard, and I know it's easy. Sometimes it feels easier to just kind of keep ourselves closed off and to not share our truth. But that numbness, that deadness, it's more painful than the disappointment, I promise. You know, the disappointment might be a little sharper, but there's such a treasure in it. It's like juicy, because right on the other side of it, if you feel it and you feel through it and you embrace it, it's just like it alchemizes into more creativity, because then you get to share your discoveries from the disappointment. You get to share like I'm sharing right now. I'm alchemizing all of the past times I shared something and was crushed when no one saw it or no one cared about it or anything like that, right? And so that's the gift there. And I hope that the energy that's coming through is inspiring you to step back into your truth, step back into your divinity, and share your beautiful heart and your beautiful soul with this world, and to continue helping to create new earth here on Gaia. So much love to you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.